The Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and you're very welcome back to episode number 103 of the Hope Show, weekly live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting in general, movies, TV shows, pop culture, all that type of thing. We got a lot to talk about today because the 6 scale companies seem to have gone mad in the last few days and hours even. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got Bob the Tiny Art Guy here, and we got Harrison aka Viking Collectibles. How are you doing, gentlemen?
Very good, well. Mate. Thank you. Yeah, really good.
So I see in the private chat there, you were saying the music was a little quiet.
Yeah, you guys are loud and clear. So.
Okay, yeah. So maybe I wonder, was that the headphones, maybe a setting you had or something like that?
No idea.
Yeah, I didn't do anything different.
Well, I'll work it out as I go along.
Was it low for you as well, Harrison, or was it the same?
No, it was normal.
Okay.
Normal for me.
Bob just splashed out in some new headphones, folks. Yeah. So he's just
they're so fancy. Yeah. I can't work them properly.
Yeah, he's taking them for a test drive. Really quickly, folks, I'm just going to address the chat before we get stuck into stuff here. So, as usual, the pinned comment in the live chat is the link to become a channel member. There's absolutely no obligation, but it is greatly appreciated from the 38 channel members we have at the moment. We've got 2 different tiers, troopers and commanders with various different levels of perks. So it is greatly appreciated, that kind of support, but absolutely no obligation. But thank you to all the existing channel members, troopers and commanders. Is greatly appreciated. We have obviously Bob, the Tiny Art Guy, and we have Harrison, Viking Collectibles here. We got Thalia Meyer all the way from Germany. INART are going to do a whole line before they release a Bale Batman. Yeah, that's a touchy subject. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We got Geo, the movie canon here. We have got 1 second now. Can you just hold that thought for 1 second? I think there's someone at the door downstairs. Can you maybe just have a chat amongst yourselves really quickly, guys?
Can I have a chat? Of course you can.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah. We'll see you at 10.
It's now our show, Bob.
No, that's all. I just couldn't keep it going. Yeah, I mean, I said I was quite excited and happy because there's loads of stuff released, which is great to watch and enjoy. You know, all the videos on YouTube and stuff and reviews. But the good thing for me is there's not lots of it that I really, really want to get.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly how I felt about it.
I like that.
Apart from like 1 or 2 things, maybe.
Yeah, there's some that's kind of. There's a couple of left field things, but I think they need to perhaps go back to the field and come back another time because they're not quite right in my head. But there's a couple of corking things that I'd never expected last week and this that I guess I'm excited because it looks like Hot Toys is sort of stretching its imagination again. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's a while. It must be about at least 2 weeks since we've had an Iron Man, which doesn't happen that often. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Hot Toys have had to come out this week with stuff, don't they? Because INART is obviously dropping their own stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Apologies. Yeah, I heard a big bang downstairs, and then the dog started barking. So I was like, "What is that?" I thought maybe someone's playing knock-a-dolly on the door, but it was just a very, very late Amazon delivery. It's like 8 p.m. here. I suppose they're working overtime coming up to Christmas, maybe. Yeah. But it's just a letterbox. So the dog went mad. It sounded like there was a big bang in the door or something, but all okay. Sorry about that, folks. We got Geo here. Thanks very much for being here. Thalia Meyer, of course. Yeah, I addressed that already. Thanks very much for being here, Thalia. We got the Humble Collector UK. And 77 Spider-Man, only 600 are going to be released. Absolutely right. And we got Adam here. I was talking to Adam here yesterday on the Ben Thomas show. Thanks very much for being here, Adam. All right, so right, we'll get started on this. We'll throw up a few things and we'll get some of these topics out of the way. So what one do you want to start off with, folks? Do you want to pick there, Bob?
Yeah, let's go with the blue and grey Batman, shall we? I'm sure that's been edited.
You know what? No, that's exactly what it was. But I am glad that you asked.
standing.
I am way too proud of that. As soon as I saw this morning, that's exactly what I thought of that little guy, Toasty, I think is called. Does anyone know the background to that? Like, you know, Mortal Kombat 2, every time you did some sort of combo, this guy just popped out. Was he like one of the developers or something like that? Or does anyone know the background story to that guy?
No, I was never good enough to get things like that popping out.
This guy popped out, and he wasn't like a character. He just looked like a normal dude. So I haven't actually like researched it, but I think it's actually I think it's maybe it's an Easter egg anyway. Maybe it's one of the developers or something like that. But that's what I thought about that. So I'm gonna be using that a lot. So all right, let's take a look at this. So this is an absolute atrocity. Where is it? I just want to share the screen here, so let's see if I find this. Hopefully we'll fly through this really, really quickly. If I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So this is limited to 1,500 units. You can see my screen, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. You can't hear us.
No, I can hear you now. Yep, I can hear you now. So on the screen we've got this. It's branded The Flash. It's based on the likeness of Michael Keaton. It's called the Batman Blue and Grey suit. It's allegedly based on something from the Flash movie, but I've seen like kind of screenshots today of like the actual suit in the movie, and it was a lot more muted blue. I personally think this is atrocious. I don't know why he's got wrinkle lines on his forehead. I even think the body proportions are just a bit wonky on it. That's probably the best picture, and I don't like the knee pads. I don't like anything about this. I have less than zero interest in it. I've got nothing more to say about it, guys. Sorry. Take it away there, Bob, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, even the sheen on the grey just doesn't do any justice. I did see the kind of armory where this suit was in the background, and I agree it looked a lot more toned down. It just seems to have generated tons of memes and stuff all over the internet, and I don't know why they do stuff like this. It just seems ill-conceived. I don't know. Maybe there are people that. I mean, there's a lot of blue and grey suit fans from what I've heard. But there's a lot of, you're still paying, 300 quid for a collectible, no matter what colour it is, even if it's your favourite character of your favourite film, if the quality's not there, it doesn't matter what colour it is, does it? You're not going to buy it.
Yeah, it's $285, and it's like, these things are too, they're too expensive. I look at this and I see junk. Like I know it's harsh. I just think it's junk. I just don't. If you're going to do it. Make a bit more of an effort into making it accurate to the movie. The movie didn't have that high gloss. From what I remember, the grey and even the blue tone were a bit muted, and those goddamn goofy faceplates. Like, I just think it looks like junk. I just no interest in it. Like, but Harrison, you usually have the hot take. Can you rescue this one for us?
No, I don't.
No, not even you can rescue this. No. That is, yeah.
The only thing I can say is that for the people that do want to get this to do a Batman armory for the Keaton, then I can see that. Especially because you could take the eyes out and take the faceplate off, and then just have it stand in there. So for those people, I'm happy for them, but I think this is only marginally better than the Bale one, which was really bad as well. I hated that one.
The Blue Bale one.
Yeah, the Blue Bale one.
Yeah, same. We got Ryan here, broke my strings. So this is I was actually myself and Ryan and two of his mates. Well, I like to think we're all mates now. We went on Friday there to the 3 Arena in Dublin and saw Bad Omens, and man, they were pretty damn good, man. I just like, I'm definitely a fan now. Like I was listening to a lot of their music coming up to the gig. Because Ryan and his mates are bigger into them than I am, but like then, they've got some good riffs and good songs, but like live they really kind of come into their own. But I really really enjoyed the night. It was good crack. So hopefully we'll get to another gig soon, Ryan. And thanks very much for driving. Much appreciated. So who else do we have here? We've got one Adam 12th inside here as well. Limited to 1,500. Will they find 1,500 who would pay retail for this? Yeah. Look, the diehard Batman fans who will collect everything, they'll probably get it. So, hey everyone, sorry I may be able to pop in, but the girlfriend had other plans. No problem at all. Sure, let us know if you can, and if you can't, no problem at all. So, and then Bob's saying, bring her in. Do bring her in. And yeah, so that we're kind of up to date on the chat. Thanks to the 16 people watching live. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Do you have anything else to add to this, Harrison or Bob, or can we move on?
No, not really. I'm happy for the people that want it.
When's it due out? Do we know that?
I think this is one of those quick releases, isn't it?
No, is it?
Yeah, I think it's one of those quick releases. So,
Yeah, I think so.
I suppose in conclusion, yes, that's it. All right, so let's go back. Harrison, do you want to get some of those, like, do you want to get some of that fodder? Get rid of some of that stuff that would probably the quick ones. I think we'll leave the INART stuff to the last. That's the most exciting stuff, I'd imagine.
We go for Wolf, the trooper.
Yeah, grand. We can actually kill 3 birds with 1 stone here. We will talk about Wolf first. Now you're gonna have to talk me through this because he's Clone Wars, I believe. Would that be right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched all Clone Wars, but they all kind of blend into each other. I've only watched it once because it's a huge commitment. I'm gonna flick through some of these images, and you can let me know what you think about this.
I really like Wolf and his design. He's one of the better ones for me. I'm very, very tempted to pick him up. And there's one photo in particular, that one, with you've got Cody, Rex, and Wolf standing in front of all of them. I love that picture. It looks so good. And I've been trying to tell myself, don't buy a trooper, don't get the clones. But this picture really makes me want to get, especially those 3, just Cody, Rex, and Wolf. They look really good together.
I think this is a great way to display troopers. I mean, my 2 kind of favorite ways to display troopers are if you have 2 identical troopers flanking the likes of Vader or the Emperor or Moff Gideon or Tarkin or whoever, or if you just have a bunch of completely different troopers all together, or like a team like the Bad Batch, you know, like this. I think this was great. Like Mario does it very well when he poses all his troopers up. He kind of spaces them out very well and poses them up right, and it just looks really, really classy, you know, real cool. So
yeah, really good.
Yeah, for me it's quite simple. I don't have anything from the Clone Wars, and I'm not going to start now. And this one's a bit more distinguishable because he's got that kind of cut on the eye, the scar on the eye. So, you know, that's kind of cool. But just no connection to the character, really. So, pass for me. Any more to add, or Bob or Harrison?
Just go with what you said, really. It'd be the collectors, like you say, the Bad Batch. They do look great together. I can't remember the name of the Canadian guy. I used to follow him a lot on YouTube, and he sort of disappeared. But he used to have, like, decals with kind of, you'd have, like, Anakin at the front with, say, 4 troopers behind them. You know, like you say, you know, the same type of troopers, and they do look great like that to sort of highlight a main character. But no, it's not my bag. I really think it does look good with that scar across the eye. I mean, just in terms of character design, really. So I can see why people would be tempted. And again, it's for those people that want a bunch of clones that work well together, isn't it? Although I have noticed there's quite a lot of Bad Batch on the second-hand market at the moment. With obviously, we all know 1 or 2 of them have held their prices more than significantly.
I think Crosshair,
yeah. So no, there'll be people out there that are really excited about it. I don't clone collect. I did try it, and then I suddenly grabbed myself out of the rabbit hole before I had to kind of.
Before you're into deep.
House.
Yeah. They do look all great together, like, you know. So if you're watching and you're like a diehard Clone Wars fan and you collect all the clones, like I do love seeing all those displays. They do look fantastic. It's just again, there's things probably like I think probably 12 other different kind of like IPs or whatever that I'm more excited about than the Clone Wars. So Yeah, but I'd admire them from afar, but I love seeing all the displays of all the different types. Because I think that's where you can really see their differences when they're all together, like, do you know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not just another trooper. There's, completely different colors. There's completely different weathering. There's, the phase 1, phase 2 helmets and different variants and commander and stuff like that. I think they do look, when they're all in a line, if you've 20 of these, their differences are a lot more obvious when they're right next to each other. Okay. But then like when one comes out in a few months, you're like, oh yeah, it's another clone. Will we so that was a release, and we had an announcement as well. So that was from the Clone Wars. Do you want to just talk about the 212th while we were on the subject of clones? Or clones.
Why not?
Is that all right? So I'm going to go back and forth through these images. So what you see on the screen now is the 212th Attack Battalion Clone Trooper Deluxe version from Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. And now what you should be able to see is the 212th Attack Battalion Clone Troopers from Revenge of the Sith, but this is the regular version. So I'll go to the prices anyway. The regular one, which is on the screen now, is $225. And this one now, the deluxe one, the deluxe version of this is $270. So there's $45 in the difference. And the difference is, I think this regular one, I believe that's the phase 2 helmet, because chronologically this is getting more and more like the bottom jaw part is starting to look like the bottom jaw of a stormtrooper. I think I have that right. Would that be all right?
Yep.
The phase 1 helmet here, so the deluxe version, you get the phase 1 and the phase 2 helmets. So you get both different variants of helmets. There seems to be a visor on the phase 2 helmet that doesn't come with it doesn't seem to come with the regular version. You get a mortar, which I don't think was ever on screen on Revenge of the Sith Episode 3. I can't recall, but I maybe it was, but I think this is just a reuse of the mortar launcher, whatever it's called, from the artillery trooper, the mustard trooper from The Mandalorian.
Right.
And then you got a Gatling gun. Now, I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's there very subtly in the background, or maybe it was carrying someone back, but I don't remember it being used. I do remember it being used in The Mandalorian, but I think they're just after throwing that in. I could be completely wrong. You also seem to get... so that's all the stuff that's the difference between the deluxe version, the stuff that's highlighted in orange there, and then you get the long kind of rifle, the shorter blaster, the medium-sized blaster. You get binoculars. Once you swap out hands, a sand base minus the footprints. You get legs. That's handy. You get 2 legs, and then magnetically attachable thermal detonators and utility pouches. So various different things can attach magnetically onto the base. Again, yeah, it looks cool. I'd be more inclined to get this than I would a trooper from the animated series Clone Wars. I typically don't collect prequels, but I do collect troopers. But there's 2 exceptions. I do have a Cody and I do have a Attack of the Clones clone pilot. I just think just love the designs, but I think that's just me good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm out on this. What about you guys?
Well, let Alice can go first. He's more of an expert on these things than me.
I wouldn't say expert.
More than I am.
Again, I do really like them, but as we're saying, there's just so many of them that you wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to collect them all. And when it's ones like this, they're more, at least in my eyes, they're more like an accessory piece. So if you've got a Cody, you want one of these to go with the Cody, and the same with Anakin. If you've got Anakin, you get a couple of troopers to go with him, and Vader, and so on and so forth. So they look really, really good. But when we're getting the amount of quality figures coming, ones like this, just for me especially, will just not get even thought about picking up, especially because I'm not a trooper collector. But I can't deny that they look really, really cool. And if I have a Cody, I'd be very tempted to pick one of these up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think the weathering is very, very good on them. I think they have to weather figures where the colour is majority of white. Has to be done quite subtly, and I think they've done a really good job on these. So These pictures, they obviously have to do it, but sometimes I feel you can't really tell what the figure looks like when they have so much going on in the background. I'd almost want to see it on one of Patrick's grey backgrounds with all of these things. I don't know why they do it, obviously.
The colour is similar to the colour markings on the armour, so sometimes it can kind of blend in.
Yeah, and it does make it look better.
But I wonder, is that
really cool.
The logic, as in like these clone troopers, they're okay, it doesn't really make sense because they're majority white, but the kind of shades of the sandy orange and stuff is for them to camouflage into the desert, but that doesn't really make too sense. Why didn't they do the whole thing all orange, if they're going to go for that? But maybe it's just reminiscent of their environment, but I get what you're saying, it kind of camouflages a bit.
It looks great with the bazooka on the back, I think. Not with the mortar on mortar.
That's a cool way to explain it, because especially seeing as he comes with like a bunch of other blasters, you can have him with the short blaster or binoculars or, just a commentary from Batman Collectibles. I bought it. Screw it. People have different tastes. Yeah, man. And that's like, we're not trying to yuck anyone's yum. Like,
totally.
I appreciate the differing opinion. And plus, your name is Batman Collectibles. Like, you're obviously a diehard Batman fan, so you're gonna kind of push the boat out and get maybe those variations where someone who maybe isn't as dedicated to collecting Batman might just pick their favorite or favorites or something like that. So, I appreciate the differing opinion. Are you the guy? I think I was talking about you the other day. I think I caught your review on Instagram, a quick kind of a synopsis of your thoughts on the Batman Returns 2.0. You were mentioning the belt was quite big and the cape wasn't great, but that was to be expected, but you're happy to have it. Yeah, I think that was you. Just let me know if it was. It's been released in Hong Kong, so I think he's still talking about the blue and grey Batman there. Shout out from Malaysia. Thanks very much, Erman. Thanks very much for being here. Super much appreciated. Folks, if you're watching now live or you're watching the replay, please hit the like and subscribe button. All right, any closing thoughts on the 212th Attack Battalion Clone Trooper Deluxe or regular?
No, just happy for the people that want it.
Yeah, we always have to get that in the end. It's like a little collector prayer we say, like,
We've all got figures. We've all got different collections because we all love different things. That's what makes this hobby so much fun.
Absolutely. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
I want to watch people's like room tours and see these clones because I don't have them in my collection.
Yes.
Yep. I've got two Big Chief Studios. Rest in peace, Big Chief Studios. Tommy Shelby and Arthur Shelby. They're not the greatest figures, but like bloody great TV show, and that's definitely not going to be for everyone, so I get it. And yeah, it puts a bit of nuance and a bit of difference into the collection, those little differences. So okay, so what do you want to talk about now? I might pick one.
Choose? Yeah,
new this week. I still have the battling version of Deadpool. It's still in the box. It has not been opened or has not been reviewed. And no, that's it. Oh, I did actually start watching the 4K and all the special features. Loving it. Yeah, really liking it. Although I did find that the Batman Begins transfer, I seem to, the sound, the Dark Knight looks incredible. The sound on both of them looks incredible. I find the color grading, this is my second Batman Begins 4K, because I have another box set which is just around steelbooks, and like they both look sharp and stuff, but I find this one, I don't know if it's the same transfer, it's different. I think it's a bit different because I found whatever color grading of like sepia they've used, all the white people, they look as if they've been in Ayia Napa for 2 weeks and didn't use sunscreen. They all look a little orangey pink, kind of lobsterish, a bit just slightly too tan. Like they just look like they've got a bit of a tan. Like, it's just the color grading they went for. But you're going to get that from like a lot of transfers. Like there's kind of like a usual tone they lean into. Like it's not a deal breaker at all. But I think the sound mixing is significantly better.
That's what
and
I
loving
notice with more when they do new ones. It's the sound that's always that benefit.
Yeah, and loving the special features. Just all the like how they developed the tumbler or how they developed the cowl, and loving all that. Awesome. Nearly FOMO'd into buying an Armory 2.0. It wouldn't be out of character for me. I should have one, to be honest, but it's like, INART, please, just just show us something and show us, because then at least I have a timeline. I can wait 18 months. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I got nothing new. We need weeks like this. Keeps us.
We do,
keeps
absolutely,
bread on the
especially
table.
with so many things being released. It's almost like the pre-order selection in some of these stores now is bigger than those existing, because they're releasing things. Well, not even releasing them; they're announcing things. I think a lot more than they used to. New wise, so I won the from Brian the Modu Space voucher. So I had a chat with him, and he talked about a legend. So I said, obviously, display box in this country are one of your outlets, and is there any chance I could get my Modu case risers from them? And he sorted it with Ian of Display Box. So I got them from Display Box. He sorted out all that in the background. I ordered them on a Monday night, and they arrived here on a Wednesday.
And you got to use the voucher you won as well.
Got to use the voucher I won.
Nice. That's a win-win-win.
Yeah, so my collection's now 10 centimeters higher, which sounds like not a lot, but you know as well as I do, lifting up the lower shelves by 10 centimeters.
It does. Gives them more respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
gives them more respect.
That's what I got new. So I was busy taking this lot down and building it all up again.
Good stuff. Adult Lego.
I love it. Do you know what? I would quite happily build Modu cases for a job. I really enjoy it. Apart from you get your hands covered in grease with those little black screws.
Yeah. And you got to put something down on the carpet sometimes or whatever.
Yeah, but I find them, once you've done one, if anyone's, everyone's heard that they can be a bit tricky and the instructions aren't great, and there's a little QR code to get instructions. You just basically go to Jedi Knight's video on YouTube.
Yeah.
How to put your first one together, and once you've done one, you can put one together in 15 minutes, easy.
Yeah, I found the first one or two very frustrating, and I was getting thick, and I was like, oh my god. And then once after I got them through, made all my mistakes. But I suppose you could apply that to a lot of things, really, couldn't you? But yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So happy with
that's
that.
good.
That's my. That's
me.
me.
Yourself, Harrison?
No, nothing really. No figures. The only thing I did get in today, where we were talking about Frankenstein, and Del Toro's work, and it was making me think I want to watch Pan's Labyrinth again, so I ordered that. So that came today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch that later, because I haven't watched it for a little while, and it's a great film.
Good stuff. All right. Do you want to pick something else there, Bob?
Yes, please. Let's go with. Is that Spider-Man? Is that the Japanese one at the bottom?
Yeah, we're gonna just do the two of them at the one time. Makes sense. So,
yeah.
All right, get this Japanese one lined up. Have it here. All right. So I just want to make sure you get this right.
78 one. Is it?
Yeah,
it's the 78
this is
one, isn't it?
78. Yeah. I'll just
15
confirm that.
More units of this one, isn't there, than the American one?
Yeah, so this is the Spider-Man 1978 Japan versions. The other one is the US 77, 77, and I believe the other one is limited to 600. And this one's 1500. So I think this is one Jim picked up in Japan.
Yes.
I'll just scroll through this, and you can give me your thoughts on it, guys.
For me, I mean, it's a perfect idea, wasn't it, for Jim to pick this one up? He would have
absolutely,
been, He's there. He's had some great news. He's very happy. This is like he'll have this and never ever sell it, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these poses, I'm, as you know, I'm sort of getting into Spider-Man now. But I'm more getting into the Tom Holland trilogy. Do we call it that? I'm not sure. No Way Home, etc. But some of the poses on this, the way they've done it, I know we was talking about a man in a suit, but in my head, this is as close as I've seen, certainly for a Spider-Man figure. Some of these, even the less dramatic pictures, I think there's one of him kind of creeping, like sort of like this, and it just looks, to me, it looks really cool. Although there's a funny sort of lump on the top of his leg towards his trunks, I guess he's wearing, but I think that's just some of the images. So Yeah, I'd like to have this. It's one of those things. What are you going to put it with? Put it with the American one, I suppose. Don't know, but I prefer this one to the US one, and I just think the eyes look better.
I think yeah. It's. Did you read the blog on it? Like, did you ever watch this? It sounds batshit crazy. Like,
No,
it sounds mental.
No,
I think this was a big influence over the Power Rangers, and that the bracelet there. What do they call it? The spider bracelet or something. Like, it's mental. It was like, yeah, they were definitely on drugs when they were writing this stuff. Is it like the spider bracelet? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Everyone was on drugs.
Yeah. So it's like what can you say? It's the spider protector suit. So he gains spider-like ability. Let me see. Yeah, so he doesn't get bitten by a spider. So he gets the mystical spider bracelet, and that gives him. I couldn't read this with a straight face. Takuya gains extraordinary spider-like abilities and access to spider protector suit, which instantly wraps around him when activated by the bracelet. More than just powers, his bracelet can produce webbing, call his flying car, obviously. It even has a name, the Spider-Man GP7, or summon a giant robot Leopardon. I'm butchering all these names, I think, to defend the Earth from the sinister Iron Cross army and their leader, Professor Monster. Now, there you go. If that doesn't sound like Oscar-worthy stuff. Look, it was 78. Yeah. I have never seen this. I'm in no position to comment on this. This could be like people's, Transformers back in the day, or their Ninja Turtles or whatever. I've never seen it. I just don't know. I will say I think this is better looking than the US one. But what do you reckon, Harrison?
Well, I was just going to say the seam on the head goes around that way, doesn't it? On this one.
Yeah, I think that's. Like, it looks terrible, but I think that's the way it's supposed to be in the show.
Yeah. I think you're right. And I think people talk about the transition between the material arms and the hands, but I think if you put the cuffs on, I think some of the hands look great. I think the way that's the pose I love. Yeah, some of the hands, the way they're spread. Yeah, the walking one, the next one back, I think it was.
That one? Or backwards?
Back two. Yeah. There's a couple of him just creeping around like this that's how I'd have to go with it.
I like this for what it is. It's not. I'd seen it before this, not actually watched the show, but I've seen pictures of this suit, and it looks very much like it. The thing I really like about it is just the fabric. The fact that it's all fabric, you can just pose this to however you like, and it will be fine. And I hope more Spider-Man suits going forward are like that, because you need to pose a Spider-Man, I think. But with the suits that we've had previously, for most of them, like the Tom Holland ones and things, they just get creased so easily. So I like the fact that they're leaning more towards the fabric for the Spider-Man now.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a guy in a morph suit or whatever. We take a quick look at the American one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not seeing double, folks. There are some clear differences here. So this is Spider-Man 1977. This one is limited to 600. And so, it's similar enough, kind of. He has a bracelet. It's not the same kind of bracelet. He's got a belt as well. The eyes are different. And this is from the TV show Spider-Man 1977, the US one. The web is essentially a rope. It's kind of very similar. I wonder if you can articulate it like that. That's some great articulation.
Have you got is this one you've got like T-strainer eyes? That's something you only remember they existed if you're as old as me. But you used to have like a little spoon that you put your tea bag in.
I remember. You can get these metal strainers if you can put green tea in. Similar like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You got a camera as well. It's kind of a cool accessory.
That's very cool. I want both.
This just doesn't do anything for me at all. I get if you were like, when you're a kid and you're watching this will bring back memories and nostalgia and everything, nostalgia and all that kind of stuff. I totally get that. I get that. But it's funny, like, I never heard anybody, very rare did I hear anyone talk about this. You know what I mean? The odd time, I think I heard Dean the Dream talk about it a long time ago. I'm sure other people did, but like, it's not that people are crying out.
Do you think this might, as many of us hope, that this might make Hot Toy, or might mean they're venturing further back in time to produce these more classic figures for other?
Honestly, I think the reason we have got Terminator 2.0s, the RoboCop 2 figures, a Big Chap, the Predator, and a lot of stuff that came out of left field from maybe the 80s and the 90s, or this here from the 70s, is because of the lack of MCU stuff coming out. I think as soon as Doomsday comes out, especially if it's a hit, and Brand New Day, Secret Wars, they're going to be so busy with that stuff, we're not going to get as much of the other stuff for a while. At the moment,
when are they out? Is that next summer?
I think Doomsday is next summer, is it? And then Brand New Day is the end of the year, or vice versa? The other way around, yeah.
Yeah, the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So is it Brand New Day is summer, is it?
Yeah, that's the summertime.
Yeah, and then Doomsday is the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hope they just keep, like, nobody would be surprised if we woke up tomorrow and a Ripley from Alien or Aliens or Power Loader come out. Everyone would be delighted, but no one would be like, God, we never saw that coming, because it's kind of leaning that way, isn't it?
It is now.
It is now. Yeah, it is now.
If it was a few months ago or last year, maybe.
So hopefully, I hope before they get busy again, because if like those movies are hits, sure, I reckon I'd bank on Brand New Day being a hit over Doomsday. I would, like, again, I don't know. Hopefully they're both hits and they do very well, but I know Spider-Man kind of just has that big appeal, doesn't he?
He does.
Do you see the figures that come from those two films next year? Do you see them being released in good time?
Nope.
No.
Like we'll get announcements for the Spider-Man figures in around. Yeah, you're still going to be waiting.
A year, some of them.
Yeah. But then again, for Deadpool and Wolverine.
I was about to say that. They could do like a Spider-Man and have the Spider-Man ready.
Like an instant drop. Like a movie when... What was it? Oh my God, let me get this right. I think when Far From Home released, they did like a movie promo edition tech suit, and it was quickly released. Do you know, in around the time, very timely. To promote the movie.
You know what? Yeah, and I think by doing that, you get someone's buy-in while the subject is hot in their mind, don't you? And then when the rest of the figures come out in a year's time, those people have been waiting to sort of build up that collection, haven't they? It gets the buy-in while the movies are hot.
Absolutely. Any other thoughts on either 77 or 78?
Do you think the next Tom Holland suit will be similar to this? Not as in style, but fabric.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I hope.
Well,
I hope so.
Like, from what I've seen from those shots in Scotland when they were filming, it seems similar. It just seems to be that kind of classic, guy in suit, red and blue. It doesn't seem shiny, but post-production they could shine it up. Like, I know people that divided people. I actually really liked the shiny look of the final swingsuit. I can understand why people would prefer a more traditional look, but and I'd say you're going to get the guy in suit, morph suit, traditional look. I'd imagine a bit more posability, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Time will tell. I'm going to address some of these chats. So, Erman's talking about the DX09. Is it still a grail? To be honest, like, given the choice over the DX09 from Batman 89 or the Batman 89 2.0, even with the Batman 89 2.0 shortcomings, I'd still go for the 2.0. I really like the base. I'm a sucker for that base. I've replaced the cape. There's 3 mouth plates, 1 I will never use, and then the 2 that I'll interchange. But the pose I have him in, I just wanted him standing there with the cape futs that it covers him up in that kind of like classic character presence, museum pose, stand on the base. And the neutral faceplate, I can see Keaton in it. I think that suits what I'm doing better. So, and the articulation, look, the articulation, the real thing wasn't good. He couldn't look left or right. He moved with his shoulders. Like, it's a heavy rubberized, heavy suit. Like, it's well documented. So we're going to talk about the returns actually soon. I think the 89 and the returns have the same issue. The articulation is better because they've left a gap between the underlying body, which can hold a pose, but then there's a little air gap between, like, say, the underlying skeleton and the suit. So when you move something, that stuff has to gather and go somewhere. So you get these bulges, and, you know, whether it's the biceps, you know, the crotch region, the chest or the ab region, you know. So we'll see that later on too. But if you have the 2.0, it says here, Erman says, because in my opinion, I love the 89 ever since a kid, but never get the chance to own one despite the inaccuracy of the sculpt for the 2.0 89. Planning to get the custom. Yeah, I have a custom Jackson Jew drape cape type E. Can't recommend it enough, especially if you get the deluxe. That gargoyle base is fantastic. And Jackson Jew also does swap out faceplates. I haven't got them because I can see Keaton in it. It doesn't bother me that much. Like, but you can upgrade it like that. And Bob agrees with the Jackson Jew cape being top drawer. I think I have two of them. I've got one on the DX19 as well, and yeah, it just elevates it, like, you know. So
yeah, I have one as well. I've got one on my Justice League Batman.
You happy with it?
Yeah, they are much better.
Hey, Keith. Lou Ferringo Hulk Hot Toys, please. That could happen. I can see that happen. I can absolutely, you know,
I didn't think that we would get those Spider-Men, so I think at this point, I think literally anything can just pop up.
Yeah.
Just have to get on moving between now and Brand New Day, kind of, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. So, Bob, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, I think I just chose.
Oh, sorry, Harrison.
Howard, someone.
Snap. I like the snap. We'll do the snap.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So I kept with the theme here. I've got 5 snaps today. So just in case you're just joining us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, whether you're watching live on the replay. Greatly appreciated. Consider becoming a channel member. There is a link in the live chat. It's pinned. If this is your first time watching the channel, and it's your first time watching the snap, I'm going to show my panel 2 different things, and they've got to choose which one gets Thanos snapped out of existence, never to exist. The theme is batsuits, and I've tried to have batsuit, keep the actor the same, but put their batsuits up against. This is a very suitable one for this week. So on the left, we've got the 89. Now, you're not snapping the figure. I'm just using the figure because they're easy to get PNGs on the sideshow suit. It's just like, which suit do you prefer? Which one would you get rid of? A lot of people actually prefer the 92. I'm going to start off. I prefer the 89, not just the movie, but the suit. I like the organic look underneath as opposed to the kind of more symmetrical look on the right. I think on the left, he kind of just looks like an actual more of a muscular, organic Batman, you know. So I'm going to pick the 89 and I'm going to snap the returns on the right, even though I like them both. What about yourself, Bob?
This is tough for me. I'm going to pick the left, snap the right. I'm not a Batman expert. Yeah, the thing on the left bothers me because there's slightly too many lines for the muscle. It's almost, I wish it was a bit softer.
He's on the creatine, man. He's on the Creo.
Yeah, but that's creative. That's, if he was topless, that would look more real. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's a bit too hardcore, but it is the better of the 2 suits in my view.
Okay. What about yourself, Harrison?
This has changed for me since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I really liked the 92, but as I've got older, I think I prefer the 89 now over the 92. So I'd keep 89 and snap 92.
Man, quick clean sweep. You don't really get to see it that much here, but all right. This one here, I can guess which way people will go on this one, but yeah, I love both of these suits, but when I first saw the suit on the right in The Dark Knight, I was like, this is the Batsuit I always wanted to see. Just put through that reality filter I love the way they explain the functional nature of it, how he can actually turn his head now, the segmented plates to trade off. He's faster, lighter, but still more susceptible to knives and gunfire. I just love what they did with it, and the Hong Kong heist scene, and it's just that suit. It's like the suit I waited my entire life to see on screen, but at the same time, I love the Batman Begins one, because he was a lot bigger in Batman Begins, like physically, just him as a human. The suit's it is more intimidating, whereas the one on the right is more tactical. But it's a tough one here. But I'd snap the Begins suit and keep the Dark Knight suit. But I'd imagine everyone else is going to go the other way. But Bob, what do you think? What would you get rid of? What would you snap?
No, I'm with you. I love that suit on the right. I'm not the biggest Batman fan. I really enjoyed the movies, don't get me wrong, and I've loved the Dark Knight trilogy, and I love the Batman with Pattinson. That's my favourite. But there's something in my head. There's more Batman-y on the left, but I think in terms of awesome suitness and for a modern world, the suit on the right gets it for me. Gets the vote.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Harrison?
Unfortunately, I will go opposite to you. I love the Begins suit over the Dark Knight version.
There are no wrong answers to this.
No, they're both really, really good. But
yeah,
there's just something about the Begins one.
Yeah, it looks more like an animal.
Yeah.
Like they said, when they took the suit and they put it on him, they molded it to Christian Bale's physique, so that it hugged his physique, and they sprayed it down then like with this kind of dark, just kind of black paint. And you started to see all the little kind of like the physique more, to give it a bit more of an animalistic look. I love watching those special features. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Batfleck. What do you think, Harrison? We'll start off with you this time.
This is my favourite Batman, so this is a lot more harder for me. I do love that armoured suit. No, I think I would have to go with his ordinary BVS suit over the armored suit.
Cool.
That is just amazing, that suit.
All right. What about yourself, Bob?
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. The suit on the right is almost not Batman in my head. Do you know what I mean? It takes too much away from the overall silhouette and flow of what Batman should be like. So yeah, I'm with Harrison on this one.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go opposite, because that suit just reminds me of The Dark Knight Returns. It's more or less a direct lift, and I thought they ran it through the Snyder filter very well and brought it from the page, kind of give it a bit of a reality filter. What could it look like if it was taken from the page of the comic books onto screen, and just adjusted a few bits. And I thought when the boys, BVS, for all its faults, when the boys fight, like they did it really well. And like I will say that when I do go back to BVS, there's certain things I'm just like, every scene with Jesse Eisenberg, I'm just like, oh, just go away. But that's probably the worst thing about it. There's definitely you have a few little lines like, your Martha, and a few little lines which be like, come on. But there's so much positives about it. And when the boys eventually fight, I thought it was done quite well. And I loved, even though it's not a traditional Batsuit, it's just like, okay, how are you going to actually, like, I remember when this movie was coming out, I was like, how is this going to work? Like, it's like, I know it works in a comic, but that's a comic. How are you going to make a man fight a god? And they did it really well. The prep time, him like doing all the training to carry the extra weight. I know, it was a montage or whatever, like, but him sourcing the kryptonite and just all the work he put into, and I thought it was quite well done, and I really I like that fight scene, man. So sometimes I typically don't watch parts of movies in the same way I typically don't just go, I want to listen to that one song. I like, if I'm listening to music, I like to go, I want to listen to that album. I'm an albums guy, whereas like I typically, if I'm watching a movie, I'm like, I'm gonna watch the whole movie, and I'm gonna build up to that part, and the payoff gonna be more. Yeah, but sometimes I will just put on just that fight scene. Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah.
So I'd snap the normal suit and keep the. Okay. Anyone at all?
This is unfair, isn't it? I have to snap the suit on the right. So that's my favourite Batman on the left. But
Oh, right.
but the figure, it's amazing. It just brings so much happiness to my life just seeing this figure and some of the poses that I've seen it in. It's just such a cool. It's a photographer's dream. That figure on the right, but I'm gonna have to snap it because I love the character on the left. I know it's a suit, that we're talking about, but I can't get away from it.
What about yourself, Harrison?
Sorry.
So I like the one on the right because it obviously is so close to what Ben's suit is like, but I don't know. I think I'd have to go with Patterson as well. I do. His suit has grown on me over the years. I didn't like it the first time I saw it, and I didn't like it really when I was watching it, but over the time I've grown to like it more.
Yeah, the first time I saw the suit, I was like, where is he going with that collar? Who does he think he is? And then I watched the movie, and it's kind of like how fast he moved, and like he did not pull and punch, and that initial subway scene, on Vengeance, and he takes the guy apart. I'm like, oh, I am on board for this movie so far. Nightclub seemed very good as well, and the fight scenes were very well choreographed, and it was very quick, and like the sound engineering, you felt the punches, and the suit grew on me. And when the figures come out, you could really admire little details that you miss because it's such a dark movie and he's moving so fast. So the suit very much grew on me. And it's a great figure. Got the INART version of it. But I think just because of the significance of The Dark Knight Returns and how important that graphic novel was in that book and that comic, I think in this case I'd actually snap Patterson barely and keep the Dark Knight Returns suit. So I'll go the opposite there. Now,
Here they are.
I'd like to snap both of them. But if you had to snap one and keep another, and the other one has to come in your collection, I don't want any of these near my house.
It can go on the bottom shelf, can't it?
I could go in the wardrobe.
Lights off.
I just don't know. I don't know what. Maybe you could disassemble it and put it in an armory. I don't know. What would you do, Harrison?
I think I'd have to snap the Bale. The Bale one just looks wrong in every way. Whereas the Keaton version, it does look more comic-like with the grey and that blue.
That
the
is
Bale
true.
One it just doesn't look right. None of it looks right to me. I know that some people do like that one, but I think the one thing that puts me off that one is the blue head. I think if the head wasn't blue and they had maybe a whole grey suit with a bit of a blue gauntlet and a blue cape, maybe it's the blue head that I don't like the most. So I'd snap that one and keep the Keaton one.
Yeah. What about yourself, Bob?
It's like choosing between eating a bowl of sick or a bowl of wee, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah.
Not that I've ever. Actually, I have sort of been in that situation, but we'll save that for another night. I'd have
Looking forward to hearing that story.
I'd have to snap the right, just because. Oh, would I? Yeah, there's just something about. They're both equally bad, but the grey application of the grey colour on the suit on the right is, I just can't get past it. Whereas at least the application of the colour on the figure on the left, the colours look better in my eye, more like tonally. That's it. That's the only reason I'm going here, is on the tones.
Yeah, I think I'd like to get rid of them both. Like none of them are ever going to be anywhere near my house. But if I had to display, like, I'd get rid of the one on the right, and I wonder, could I make the one on the left, like, disassemble it or something and put it in an armory, like a prototype or something, like. That might be the only way I get away with it, but it'd still be an eyesore. So yeah, ugh, disgusting. Okay, so we're back here. We have gone through New. We've gone through the two troopers. We have Face Off still to go. The two INART figures. And God Loki. Do you want to get rid of God Loki and then we'll talk about the INART stuff?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Okay. So,
It's a terribly dismissive language, saying.
pardon? Yeah. Oh, it is absolutely
dismissive language.
Oh, sorry. I just realized that we haven't talked about returns. So returns isn't even on the card. I made a mistake. So I will make sure there's another one that's not there, but I'll get returns ready. But we've got we're with the god Loki. Was the artisan, the rooted and the non-rooted released? Both of them, or what?
Yeah.
I think they're both, aren't they?
Yeah.
Both released. They're both ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the artisans like 130 quid more than the sculpted. And
right.
yeah, and I keep hearing again that people preferring the sculpted.
Yeah, I do.
Which is interesting, isn't it?
Do you prefer the sculpted as well, Harrison? Is that what you said, or?
Yeah, I prefer. I've got the sculpted one coming.
I don't think there was any need for this one to be artisan, really, because of the shape of the hair. But then again, like this is all artisan here.
Yeah, that's all artisan. The sculpted's right at the end.
These seem to still be artisan.
Yeah, there's like 70 pictures for this one.
A lot of photos, yeah.
Likeness is very good, though, yeah?
Yeah, well, I think so.
And the finish on the horns is very good.
Yeah. It's almost like a glass or something, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's like metal flake almost.
That's sculpted there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer the sculpted. Yeah, wasn't a fan of the show, won't be picking it up, but I think the likeness is great. And yeah, I think I'd probably go sculpted on this if I was. The Loki I like is the Avengers, the simple Avengers 2012 when I got the Endgame version. Not a perfect figure, but I think that's quite well. So.
Yeah, that's interesting because I was thinking I might want to pick up an Endgame Loki one day, and this is going to help my chances of getting one cheaper, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just keep the helmet on and yeah. Where you go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The likeness is incredible on this though.
Yeah, it's definitely the best one, I think.
And they've done the TVA one. The likeness was incredible, but he's just in a jacket. Do you know?
Yeah.
I've no thoughts on this really. You
get the throne with it as well, don't you? For people that like stuff thrown in.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's quite a good deal with people. I mean, people will use that for all sorts, won't they?
Are we going to see this guy again? Is he like confirmed for Doomsday or something?
Yeah, he's in Doomsday.
He's pulling the strings, literally, holding the strings together.
Yeah. It's not his best outfit, is it? Like for me, it's not. It looks like some sort of leisure suit that he's wearing on his day off.
He's Robin Hood.
It's not as iconic as the other
no. And the slippers, you know.
Yeah,
it just seems weird.
That's pretty cool though.
I think the horns are the best one though. I love the horns on this one.
Yes, totally. And yeah, it's interesting that when you look at that picture, that's what you're getting. A lot of the other pictures have got a lot of kind of green lighting and smoke, which emphasizes the effect of those strings. You know, you've got to think how you're going to make them work in your own display.
Yeah, I agree with this comment here though. Both versions look good. Yeah, like you're always going to prefer either the artisan or the sculpted, but yeah, they definitely both look good. Yeah. That's pretty cool. The pose there. So you got this? You got the sculpted version on order, Harrison?
I loved Loki. Like hot take. If you want one of my hot takes, Loki.
Always.
One of my favorite things of Marvel's ever done. I would put that way
the character or the show.
The show. I love it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I love the show. Both Loki and Moon Knight, they're my two favourite.
We have very different tastes.
Yes.
I do like Loki though.
I've watched the most. I've rewatched.
I do like Loki and I do like Tom Hiddleston.
It's going to take up a lot of real estate, isn't it? In your shelves.
If you have
like that.
him holding the timelines, definitely.
But you could build a display
for the
around him.
base.
If you have him in the center of a module case.
Yeah, yes.
Especially if he's
exactly
key in Doomsday and he is pulling the strings, you could have all the
that.
Avengers
I
cast
almost,
around him.
you'd almost want someone like, who's the chap that makes these like extra long things for Spider-Man and stuff like that. You almost want some extra long ones of these if he's in the middle of your display, don't you? Like
yeah,
a foot long, 2 foot long.
It could go up to the corners and stuff like
To
that.
the corners. Yeah.
Any other thoughts, Harrison?
I really like the magic hands he comes with as well. I think they're done really, really well.
That likeness is great.
Look at those horns as well, close up. Magic.
Are they kind of semi-see-through?
No, I think they're just sort of black to
Just the way
gold.
the lights carry, yeah. But they're polished.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the veins on, like the grey veins at the bottom.
They're very cool.
Yeah,
They're the magic hands you're talking about?
Yeah, I think they look really good.
Pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Do you want to get a look at this hair? Yeah, that likeness is very talented people.
Yes.
All right, so really quickly, just there's so much news. Yeah, this is something that I don't have on pre-order, but I should have on pre-order. But I just, like I said, I prefer the 89 suit. I have the 89 2.0. I prefer the 89 movie. I don't have anything from returns. The only thing is I am very impressed by what I've seen from Jazz Inc. so far for the prototype of that Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, and I'm considering that and haven't picked it up. And then if I get that, I might have to get this, but I've heard the cape isn't great. But I do want to go and look at our friend Patrick, because his photos just... I gotta go to this one particular photo. You probably know what it is.
Yeah, I think it's the photo everybody likes.
Yeah. It's just like... Man, just...
If you're thinking of getting a figure, just find Patrick's photos first.
Yeah. This here, Batman Collectibles was saying that this cape wasn't great. But the way Patrick has posed it makes it look great. And I just know that if I get that, I'm not going to be able to make it look like this. I need to get a Jackson. But the cow looks really good there. The ab section looks really good. Like, I do like this suit too. I just prefer the 89.
What's the cape made of, Shane? Is it like a leatherette, or is it a vinyl?
The
or
Jackson or this cape here?
this one, the one it comes with.
I presume it's the same material as the 89 2.0, but I can't even remember what that was. It kind of seems thicker and didn't hang properly. I can't remember exactly what it's made out of. Like, I don't think it's not leather anyway.
Has it got any weight to it? The cloth, or not the cloth?
I remember it being too thick, and I remember it not draping right.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
This is cool, man. This is yeah, a great way. You could like pose him like this and then have the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman standing on the base because there's floor space down below. But the only thing then, it's like she comes with a really cool like hell here diorama base. You're obviously going to use that, like, but then again, if you're getting that, that means you've got two different versions, because that only comes with the 2-pack. So you could actually put one in the cat. Oh my god, I just talked myself into it.
This is an investment, isn't it?
I would try and get this done. Because at the moment, like, I don't have my 89 next to the Batmobile, because I just think the base, I bought the deluxe and I'm like, I'm not leaving that base in the box, no chance. So Batman is with the base. But if I could put him standing next to the 89, have this guy posed like this, I don't know. I am getting new module cases for the other side of this room, so I don't know. I can't order it now. It's not a priority at the moment, but this is one I might work backwards on and just pay the piper.
Yeah, you're going to need some height, aren't you, in your display for these things?
You will.
That's the Spider-Man thing.
That's cool too, though. I love the way he thinks
It's
outside the box.
cool.
He just mixes and matches. And this next one, like, he looks like a man-sized bat there. Do you know, he looks like a creature as opposed to a man. I love that. What do you think, Harrison?
I like it. It was never going to be one I brought in, but that one picture really, really did tempt me. Really did. I really liked that picture with those wings hanging down like that. I didn't even think when the original pictures came out, I didn't even think to do something like that. It just shows how like great ideas that Patrick has. But no, it's not going to be one that I'm going to get, but it looks very, very good. The the head sculpt on this as well is, I think, is really, really good.
Good stuff. Any other thoughts with this? Has anyone actually pre-ordered anything we've talked about today? I think you said, Harrison, you've got the sculpted Loki.
Yeah, I've got that.
Anyone else have anything on order that we've spoke about today?
I don't pre-order anything anymore.
Pardon?
I'm not pre-ordering anything anymore. Ever.
Yeah, you just pick up. Yeah, that's grand. So, but
yeah,
it just seems to be a lot of things.
Quickly, that's all.
A lot of things are out that we're just, it's not for us. But this could change in the next 2 things. So I'm gonna move on from this if that's all right, gents.
Yep.
So now, okay. I just want to preface this like the Walking Dead. I wouldn't name it as one of the greatest TV shows I've ever watched because of how it ended. The first 6 seasons, when Negan comes on, then maybe a season after that, I thought where the quality level was quite high. There was even then, though, a good bit of filler. But the good episodes of Walking Dead were bloody great. And like, I've watched this whole thing from start to finish twice. That is a commitment. There's like, what, 8 or 9 seasons? I think it's 8 seasons. Is it 8 or 9? I think it's 8.
There's more than 8. There's more than 8.
Is there?
I think it's 10
there
or
might
11,
even be
isn't
10.
it?
Yeah, there is 10 or 11. Because 8, I think 7 went down a bit, and then 8 picked it up, and then it went down again.
My God, you're right. There's 11. I've done that twice. Crazy. But so like, I wouldn't be in my like top 5 shows of all time, but there were moments in that show that were bloody magnificent. I will constantly go back to one example, season 2, episode 7. I remember watching that, and at the end of it, I was like, that was amazing. Who writes this stuff? Who directs this? It's Frank Darabont. He directed The Shawshank Redemption. So he knows what he's doing, but I didn't know that at the time. I just thought, and I love the way that his quality shined through. I have Rick and I was on a knife edge, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do it, but I really want them. They look incredible, and I did like the show, when, the better parts of the show, and Negan was fantastic, and Rick was nice. And I do like Andrew Lincoln. I was like, no, you know what? I just said, I'm going to bow out. But then they got me with if you order the 2 of them, you get free shipping, and that is a big deal. Because you're just paying for the figures, no shipping. And when I did order Paul Atreides directly from INART because of the worldwide license, I didn't get stung for customs. And even though I had to wait a long time, I think everyone in the US and Scotland and the UK had theirs before mine, I didn't get stung for customs. And I did have to pay shipping on that one. But so I ordered Rick and Negan. So this one here, just judging by the side of his face, that's Norman Reedus, like. Harrison?
Yeah, I'd passed on the Rick and Negan. They both look really good, but I did pass. But this one's going to be really hard to pass. I really like Norman Reedus. I've got him as Sam from Death Stranding, so I could pass on it because I've got that representation of him now, but this just looks so good. So good. Just from the back picture. I know we've seen it before, but for some reason it looks even better here.
I think this, like, the likeness on Rick and Negan was fantastic. This might end up being the best of the 3.
Yeah, I think
it looks like a person.
I think you need to be careful here because your brain is putting in the bits that aren't on there.
100%. You're dead right. Great point. Yeah. 100%.
It looks, like you say, that could just be a photograph of
yeah, no, you're right. You just gave me one of these.
Catch your cell phone.
Yeah, you're right. I needed that. I absolutely needed that.
being careful what I say here, but you know when you're walking up the street or you're driving down the road and you start checking someone out because they look brilliant from behind.
Don't know what you're talking about.
And then you come around the front and it's slightly disappointing. You've got to be careful with that on this photo.
Are you saying it's false advertising?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so you're driving along, and then the next. So, that clip's here to stay, folks. I love that. Just the eyes, you know. So you seem keen on this, Harrison.
Yeah, I Daryl is my favourite character from The Walking Dead, so I will be very interested to see what he comes with, what his base is like, the price of it. I just love his style. I love the cut. I love the bandana.
You mean the style that he doesn't look like he washes ever?
Yeah, that.
He's got the grungy thing going on, alright.
Yeah, the grungy biker.
Yeah.
That's it looks great.
I really like the relationship between himself and Carol as that develops. That develops through the. She's got a great arc.
Have you watched any of the new show? His show?
I have not. No, I have not.
I watched the first season. I haven't watched the others yet, but it's not bad.
Yeah. I'd probably go back and tip away at The Walking Dead, to be honest. Yeah, there was definitely some great episodes there. I know there was still filler, but I still really enjoyed it, and I think it was zombies done quite well. And I actually liked that they kind of like eventually, obviously a lot of people got killed by the zombies and stuff like that, but they eventually realized, okay, we have methods of protecting ourselves. They don't always work, but we know the do's and don'ts. But it's the people, the living, that you want to fear. I like that. It's like how when the chips are down and there's like this post-apocalyptic situation, people's morals go out the window, and then that how people wrestle between completely giving up on their morals and increasing the chance of survival, or kind of holding on to their morals, which might potentially put them in danger. And I find that really interesting in a lot of that style of post-apocalyptic movies and stuff. It's like, you know, are you going to keep your humanity? Like Rick and Shane from season 1. I could see Shane's point of view, not just because of the name Shane. But at the same time, as the story goes on, I see how important it is that there has to be some sort of, like, you got to hold on to some sort of values or right and wrong and a way of doing things. And Rick always wrestling. He always looked like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders and wrestling those tough decisions. There wasn't no right answer, and there was no keeping everyone happy. And I find that really interesting. So they did that well, I thought. So yeah. Caffeinated Comic Fan says, Shane, have you read the Walking Dead graphic novels? They are awesome, and compendiums are pretty affordable. You know what? I appreciate you saying that, because that is something I'm trying to build up my graphic novels kind of collection, just handpicking, you know, really, really good X-Men stories, or really good Wolverine stories, or really good Avengers, whatever, and just building it up, like, because they're the type of things you can read fairly quick. And like, I've gone back and read that, you know, the odd time you pick up The Dark Knight Returns and you reread it, or Watchmen. Watchmen's a bloody great read. So yeah, thanks for that. I might actually look into that. I appreciate it. Dave says, good by far, far from good. I know.
Can you imagine if you had the bike with this, like?
Yeah.
That could push me over the edge to get the bike. If it had a bike.
That would be, and I hope they get round to. Well, I don't know. I suppose it depends how well these go, but like the likes of Michonne. So I can't think who bought out. Somebody bought out a figure, didn't they? It was Michonne and 2 zombies.
Yeah, was that NECA or someone?
Yeah, it may have been. And it's always something I loved, and something like that to me, I'd give in then as well.
Michonne's a great character.
Yeah.
I really like Michonne, and Michonne, she'd have to come with the 2 zombies. Yeah, but this is season 8, though. She wouldn't have to. Well, no, but she's still around by season 8. I can't remember, but yeah, that's one they should do realistically. I think that would be. Like, I mean, people run about a Glenn. For me, Glenn or Michonne, there is no competition. Michonne with the kind of like not dreads, but the braids and the samurai. I mean, come on, like Glenn is just like nice
two
fella.
head sculpts with Glenn, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah,
Or you could just buy two the same and just smash one with a hammer and then put it
yeah,
on.
you could do that. Yeah, yeah. Will we do Face Off and then return to Catwoman, then call it a night?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put. I wonder, can we put you down the bottom then, so you'll be the quiz master. So, all right. So it's myself against Harrison because we've no teams this week because Phil couldn't join us and the other guys were working as well. So, shout out to them though. Shout out to the boys. I'll get the music going. So I'll switch over to private chat there, and then we'll get the music going. Where is this music? All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Friday, seeing those images of both. I presume we'll see the images of Daryl. It's funny way it's Black Friday. There's going to be no discounts, like, what, and like, whatever. Well, there might be. You never know. Actually, sorry, I'm going to just turn this off for a second. The Walking Dead's a worldwide license. I wonder, are they going to actually put him up for pre-order officially? Like it says there. Pre-order starts the 28th November. That is Black Friday. So I wonder, like that will be a worldwide license because The Walking Dead, Rick and Negan were worldwide licenses. So I wonder, for that day, will they offer free worldwide shipping? That too much of a stretch?
Possibly.
Just for one day only. That'd be a great marketing strategy. That would make me go, you know what? I'm going to complete the trio there. That's my prediction there. That might be a bit generous, but I think that would push more people into getting it.
There's got to be a reason why they're doing it on Black Friday.
Yeah, like, I mean, is 5% enough? Like, do you know? All right. Well, hopefully we'll know on Friday. All right.
Right. Questions. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah. Okay. Easy questions this week. I'd be glad to hear.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said that last week and the week before.
We know, Harrison, if you get one, you win. That's how this works. The questions are so hard. If you get one, you probably won it.
Could you give me the super duper easy one?
Yeah. Yeah, you picked the right set of questions. Right.
Oh, good.
Question 1 for Harrison. In what year was Collateral released?
I wanted to say 2008, but then I was thinking 2007. And I don't know if that's... I'm going to go 2007.
Locking in?
Yeah.
Collateral was released in 2004.
Oh. Not far off.
Not far off at all. Shane, pull in front. In what year was Valkyrie released?
Valkyrie, and so the team must be Tom Cruise. So I think Collateral. I think he was in Collateral. Valkyrie. Oh. I'd say it's gone back about 15 years. No, I'm gonna go 2014.
You're locking in?
Yep.
Valkyrie was released in 2008.
Oh, way off.
Bit off on that one. Right, 0-0. Harrison. Who directed the 2001 sci-fi thriller Vanilla Sky?
I have no idea. No, I have no idea. Random. No, Steven Spielberg, I have literally no idea.
Lock it in?
Yeah.
The director was Cameron Crowe.
Never have got that.
Shane, take the lead. Who directed the 1988 movie Rain Man?
Oh man, I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea. So I think is Dustin Hoffman in there? I'm gonna go Ridley Scott. Final answer, lock it in.
Lock it in. The director of Rain Man was Barry Levinson.
Would have never got it. Never would have got it.
Okay. Well, question's getting easier now.
Clearly.
Harrison. In the 1992 movie A Few Good Men, who played Captain Jack Ross?
I don't think I've seen this film.
Good movie.
It is a good movie.
No, I don't know. I know he did. Jack Nicholson? I don't know. Go with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, locking in.
Yeah.
He was in it. It was Kevin Bacon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought he
Shane.
was in it.
Yeah, he was definitely in it. Yep. Shane to romp home with victory. In the 2017 film The Mummy, who played Dr. Henry Jekyll?
I've never seen a Tom Cruise mummy. Dr. Henry Jekyll. Well, I'm guessing it's not Tom Cruise. Dr. Henry Jekyll. I don't know who is even in that movie. I know The Rock was in some of it. I think The Rock was in The Mummy 3. Brendan Fraser wasn't in this one. It's Tom Cruise, and I think.
I think I actually know this one.
Guy Pearce. No idea. Lock it in.
Are you locking in? Locking
it in. Yeah.
It was Russell Crowe.
I did know it.
Right. Damn it.
I should have gone with that second little question.
Did you know that one, Harrison?
Yeah, I knew
Did you
that
get
one.
Well, we're down to the old familiar tie break.
Yep.
So, how old is Nicole Kidman?
I'm so off with the ages all the time. I'm thinking 50s, but I could be off.
Bane's working something out here.
Yeah, you can see his brain ticking. I'm thinking 57. I could be way off though. I usually am.
Okay. Are you locking that in?
It depends what Shane says.
Very wise.
What did you say?
I said 57.
I was thinking 58. I'm gonna go with 58.
Yeah, and I'll go with 57.
Yeah, okay, chaps, you've locked in. Nicole Kidman is 58.
Oh.
That was close. That was close.
How did
I
you
figured
work that out?
Okay, so she was in a movie with Hugh Jackman called Australia, and I remember there's a really, really good song in it from a band from Texas called Explosions in the Sky. It's a beautiful instrumental song because it's a romance, whatever, but it's a beautiful song, and they're a great band. But that was approximately shortly after when that album came out. So I think it was about maybe roughly 20 years ago. Australia came out, maybe give or take a few years.
Yeah.
And she looked well in that, but I knew that she's probably around. I figured she wasn't quite 40, but she just looks after herself. So 38, add on 20, and I just shot it. Plus, I know that she was married to Tom Cruise, and I think he was a little bit older. And is he early 60s? Is he 63 or something?
Yeah, he must be. Yeah.
So just took a shot.
That's how I went to it there.
I mean, Harrison was super close, wasn't he?
Yeah, I knew that he was older, and I knew he was early 60s. So.
And that movie Australia came out in 2008, so not quite 20 years ago. So she must have been a bit older there. So that movie was 17 years ago. So she would have been 17 years? She would have been 41. Wow. Yeah. I'll get rid of this. So
well done, chaps. That was a nice close battle.
Yeah, that was good.
Thanks for doing the question.
Always happy.
Where do we have this? I'm going to turn this off. Alright. Okay, so we're going to wrap up with something I'm very interested in. So, the prices are up here now, folks. INART are putting up for pre-order. I'll make sure you can see. INART putting up for pre-order their The Dark Knight Rises 1/6 scale Catwoman based on the likeness of Anne Hathaway from the movie Dark Knight Rises, and it is going up for sale on the INART website on Friday, Black Friday, this coming Friday 28th. We do have prices, but I will tell you as well that you will not be able to buy this directly from INART because, like a lot of their licenses, they're only available in mainland China, Australia and New Zealand. So if you're watching on the replay or live from Australia, New Zealand, you can buy it, or of course from China. The details were there somewhere. Product availability, it's down here, it's all here. Product availability, mainland China, Australia, New Zealand. So otherwise you're going to have to get this off Kit, or I'm obviously going to get a price off INART Toys later on in the week. But the deposit is $79 due now. I anticipated or speculated that this would be in around 400, and it looks to be 397, but that's before shipping and any sort of taxes or imports you have to pay, because 79 would be due as a deposit plus 338. That puts it at 389, 397, and then shipping, taxes, customs, import. It ain't cheap. But yeah, this looks incredible. I'll find out what you think about it first. I might actually switch over to their Facebook page because I just find it's a lot easier to I can enlarge the photos, whereas here it's not as user friendly. If I click on these, it just moves to the side and you're not getting the full view. So what do you think? If you had a chance to look at this during the week, folks, what do you think? Thoughts?
It's very good.
Howard, do you want to go?
Yeah. No, it's very good. I'm glad that they've taken the time with this one for people, because I know a lot of people do want a really good Anne Hathaway Catwoman, and they've really sort of, every time we've seen it, we're like, it's good, but it could be better. But this is pretty much right there, I would say. I do think it looks a little strange without the mask, but I think it's just because you don't see her without the mask when she's in the outfit. So like,
I'd agree.
I think it just looks odd because you don't really see that. I love the fact that she looks like she composed properly. She's got a very feminine looking body and posture to her, so I like that. And the rooted hair on this, I think, could be possibly the best rooting I've seen so far.
Like they're doing this on purpose. See the way the hands are on the hips and they have the knee bent right up. They're doing this on purpose to show you that the figure can pose, and obviously gives you a closer look at the material on the boots, which I don't know what they're made out of, but like I'm hoping it's not. I'm guessing it's not pleather for $400. It bloody wouldn't want to be, you know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this crotch grabber?
Same as I've thought with all of them that have had it now. I think for some people they'll be really happy to have it, and I know some that are missing the magnetic base. I don't think they should have scrapped the magnetic base. I think they should have just kept both. Then it pleases everyone then. But I've got the Aragorn that has the magnetic base, and then I've got the Legolas that has the crotch grabber, and they both work. I haven't had any issues with them. Legolas does seem more stable on the base with it, but then you can see a grabber, so that doesn't bother me, but I know it does bother some people. So I think the base is nice, but it's also a little bit boring. It could have been a little bit something else maybe, but it works fine. But yeah, no, like that, I think that's the best shot of her.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
But yeah, that rooted hair is just so good.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Did you see the close up of the Loki hair?
Yeah.
In the rooted hair of the Loki, right around the edge, you've got the start of a sculpt of the sculpted hair, and then the rooted hair is then attached.
Oh, right.
And there's like a little edge. Whereas this, there is no edge. The hair just goes straight into the head. And if that is just glued on, then it's done really, really well, because I wouldn't be able to tell.
Like, there's no question. For me, like, just seeing these photos, like, we see this within art a lot. You see the initial prototype. The initial prototype in this wasn't great. And then we saw it at a con, like maybe a year later, or 6 months later, or something like that. And I was like, okay, it looks a little better, but they're in the right direction, but still not there. But we've seen this a lot. Same with Aragorn. There was some initial prototype of Aragorn, which was bad. And it turned out great. And the same with even like going back for their first, their Rooted Joker and all this. But this here, to me, with the Dark Knight trilogy, my default setting is I'm interested. Like, my default setting for these sequels, for the Clone Wars, and typically for video games, is I'm not interested. It's just not for me. I have to draw the line somewhere, you know. And plus, why would I buy something from something that I'm not interested in? But with the Dark Knight, it's like my default setting is I am interested, and then I see, okay, if I need it or not, if I want it or not. This blows the Hot Toys ones out of the water. Let's be honest. I'm not questioning the likeness on the head sculpt. I think this is an extremely strong head sculpt, but I'd have to agree with Harrison. There is something a little bit strange. It could be that we never actually see her in the movie unmasked wearing the suit, and her hair is different when we do see her unmasked. I thought the hair color was supposed to be darker, but from talking to the guys in the chat and talking to Jose as well, he like shared some helpful screenshots, and it is actually more of a brown. There's actually a hint of red. That's what I was seeing. It's like a brown color, but there's in certain lights it's kind of a hint of red, and that's the way it looked in the movie. Then there's those screenshots when you take the time to look at them close up, and the same here. So I think they've nailed the hairstyle, the hair color. I think maybe where it's possibly looking a bit jarring is, I agree with you about the hairline. There's individual tiny punched in hairs, which is very impressive, but the hair does look quite flat, because obviously they're slicking it back, and that's the hairstyle she had, and the hair's over the ears, and then a mask goes on. It has to be ready for the mask to go on. But in the movie, if you look at her, there's a little bit more volume on that hair, just a little bit, to make it look not as stuck down, and that can make the head look a little bit flat without the mask. However, is it a deal breaker? Not at all.
I think you could slightly push that hair from the back as well, just to make it a bit higher on her.
It's actually more head. Even from the front. It's not even just the back. It's like, if you see the way it's just her hair. Yeah. It's tied back, but not as tight in the movie. It's more natural. Right. Whereas
I think now they've certainly nailed the volume on the hair, haven't they? You know, it's very fine. The hair just drops.
Yeah.
I think with a lot of rooted hair, they almost put too much hair and volume on it. I'd like to see the tip of that crotch grabber painted in like a matte black.
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to go on to. I agree with Harrison. I prefer magnetic bases. I don't want to see a crotch grabber or an ankle grabber. But look, they're moving away from magnetic bases. I think it's a bit of a kind of a lazy move. Like they came out like we're going to be super innovative and all that, and then because they couldn't get the magnets right, or things were falling over, they just kind of, I don't know, panicked and just ditched them. Whereas I think the magnetic bases look very elegant. Hot Toys done a great job with the Black Widow one. 1 second, I'll just show you. So that's the INART rooted Joker, and he's been holding those heavy die cast grenades on that magnetic base in that pose for, I don't know, like a year now. So like there is a bit of user error which did come in to posing that particular figure, but I didn't like their magnets track system. I just don't think I don't like that. I don't think it's user friendly. Just put a slab of a magnet in there and call it a day, lads. Or like Harrison says, give the like what they did with the Superman. The Superman's a magnetic base. Never have any issues with it, but also you have a flight pull, and I think there's a little piece of rock that you can cover up. Just like I heard you say that in another stream, and you're dead right. So keep everyone happy. Do the magnets and put the crotch grabber. For this one here, it would benefit from an ankle grabber, a small little ankle grabber. But like Bob said, have it painted black. Like, cause like the crotch grabber here, it's small, it's thin, it looks very classy. It's like it's surgical, it's clean, you know. But for something else. But because her black suit there, and then like I know it's a crotch grabber, but it very much looks like a crotch grabber here because of the contrast between like the silver and the her black suit. So you're right, Bob. If they're going in this direction, just put a black covering over that so you just don't notice how much it camouflages in, or make the whole thing black, or like I think the end, or even like a tiny little ankle grabber would be handy. Just literally the height of the back of her calf, have that black, latch around the back leg, job done. They did it with Indiana Jones for Hot Toys, and they did it with the Arthur Fleck for their own INART on the stairs. Tiny little thing, about maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall. Worked a treat, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think they've even done a black one, I think. I'm sure the snake comes with a full black one.
Yeah, so it's weird we haven't done it with this, isn't it? Caffeinated comic fan, would anyone dare put this on the back pod? Yeah, well, if it's posing the way it is in this in these photos, I'd say why not? Like, I think a lot of people are going to angle for that. Like, you know, I got the back pod there. Like, my plan was to repurpose the DX19, just kind of standing on it, straddling on it, or something like that, with the just like standing like as if he's, you know, it's parked, and he has the EMP rifle for when INART eventually do their version, but like, you know, whenever that'll be. So it is interesting though, and a bit strange the way this girl has leapfrogged the INART Christian Bale Dark Knight Batman, which they've said from day one they're going to do. What is the hold up? They've done a 12 scale. We've seen a kind of a sculpt, a prototype sculpt, which was like unpainted, like, which apparently someone wasn't supposed to show. John said that in one of the streams. But look, I'm happy this is happening. I reached out to to Line Rock Toys for a price, and that's who I'll be going with. So it's exciting. What about you guys? Could you be tempted?
I can't.
Yeah.
No.
Big.
It's very, very good. It is very good, but it's just
you have to prioritize other things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's just too many other things with Predator and Alien coming, and then now Hot Toys doing more video game pieces, and this is what. And if I get this, then I'll definitely have to then go down that line. So
yeah,
I think
you
I'll
wouldn't
have to
just
pass.
get this, would you?
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
it'd be this and then Bale, and then if I get that, it'd be, oh, I should get a Joker, and then I might as well get the Bane, and one figure turns into 4 or 5. Yeah. So,
but then you new display cabinet, don't you?
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
no,
Whereas this is something that I'm happy going down the line for, you know.
Yeah, it's your thing, isn't it, Shane?
Yeah, yeah. It's just like everyone has a favorite trilogy, and this is mine, you know. So
yeah.
it's just it's a lot of the things that people maybe don't like about these movies. They're kind of, it's heavily rooted in reality, in as real as it could be. Christopher Nolan says, he actually says that in one of the special features. He's like, he wanted to do it. How could that work in real life? And now he said he actually goes, I'm using the term reality here very loosely because it's not reality, it's a movie. But let's suspend reality a bit. And I really like that he's conscious of like, well, it's ridiculous, it couldn't work in real life, but he's like, okay, let's try to make the audience kind of see how we could like I love the parts in Batman Begins where they're like, Alfred said they're talking about the parts of the cowl and stuff like that, and he's like, yeah, there'll have to be large orders, to like 10,000, like to throw people off if anyone traces, like,
yes.
well, you bought one cowl,
that's
that's
it.
weird. There's just silly I little details like that I love.
Clever.
Like, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it because I watched the first two on 4K of that new box set there over the weekend, so I'm looking forward to watching Rises one evening this week. And of course, it's nice watching something when you either get a figure in hand from that movie or show, or you're about to drop the PO on this. So this is if it turns out like this, if this translates to product as well as its prototype, I'll be very happy, and I think collectors will be happy. And just give us the bloody bail, like, just announce it this year. Come on, just we know that, so stop people rushing out and buying a Hot Toys armory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the timeline on this Catwoman, Shane? Do you know?
2027, I think. January 2027.
Is it?
I believe that's when it's So it's the pre-order time. Now the pre-order starts this Friday and goes into New Year's Eve, and it says estimated shipping time Q1 2027. So there is a pre-order window.
Have we had an update on Jazz Inc.'s Michelle Pfeiffer release? Because
that's 2026, I believe.
Yeah, that was a long way out, wasn't it, when he announced that?
He gave himself over a year for that. Yeah.
Have you got that one coming? You got that on order? Or?
I haven't yet. This is the dilemma with it's like I really like her portrayal. Like one week you could ask me and I could be like, no, Michelle Pfeiffer's the best Catwoman. Another week you'd be like, no, I prefer Anne Hathaway's. But I think I'd probably come back to Michelle Pfeiffer's more. But if I get that, then you kind of need to get the returns, and then it's a slippery slope,
So you got to keep your focus.
Yeah, there you go. Bump and push. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. All right, folks. Just in case you didn't see this already.
Outstanding.
That's here to stay, guys. That's here to stay. Any closing thoughts? Anything you want to promote, or where can people find you or anything before we get on out of here?
No, nothing for me. I'm getting some great traffic just from being about on these channels. So no, I can't complain. Just grateful to everyone that's kind of looked me up, across social media using my Tidy Art Guy name. Thank you,
stuff. Yeah.
everyone.
So follow Bob at Tiny Art Guy on Instagram, and your website is just called Tiny Art Guy. Is it
tinyartguy.com? Yeah.
Good stuff.
Facebook, Instagram,
nice and clean,
TikTok,
man. Nice and clean.
all over. Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
Thank you.
Give this man a follow. Check out his artwork.
Definitely.
Buy someone a Christmas present, maybe. What about yourself, Harrison?
You can find me on Instagram as well with my figure photography, which is Viking Collectibles. I'll be on the Movie Canon on Friday, Gio's show, and then you've got Jose's Massa Menace show as well. That's coming up December 6th. You've got X-Man and Zord going up against each other, and then he's got the Rivals going next year. Everyone's returning, all the losers.
Do you know what will be interesting? I'm a loser. I'm actually going to be on that as well myself and Phil.
Okay.
Yeah. I might rethink my original strategy. I tried to pitch a Ripley from Aliens, and it got shot down in favor of the dude from the Spider-Man movie, the mustache.
Yeah, you need a Spider-Man thing.
J.K. Simmons,
definitely.
Yeah, you need to play to the crowd, like, you know what I mean. It's like, Padawan Obi-Wan. There you go, you win. A Jake Lloyd episode 1, you win. Yeah, but I want to hit that sweet spot of something that I'd like as well, that maybe the crowd would like as well. So
From what I know, that Jose's doing something different this time. So he's going to be giving a list of different things, and then he's gonna let the chat choose for those ones that they want them to do. So they'll give them a list of different, like a movie or a theme or something, and then they have to choose what they'll do. So
cool. Here I've nothing. I have to unbox and review that battling version Deadpool. That'll probably be maybe this weekend. And apart from that, I have nothing else. I think we're about to start into silly season when things there's a rush of drops over the next few weeks before the new year. So, all right, folks, I'm out of here. And thanks very much to Bob, and thanks for doing the question. Thanks very much for Harrison. Thanks very much for watching. If you're watching here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment and all that. And we're out of here. See you, folks.
See you later.
See you.